Elysian State, episode 14. We've come pretty far. In fact, this series now has more episodes than Firefly. Fellow Browncoats unite. Damn, that hurts. That really hurts. Because that was a really good series. Yeah. Anyway, we left off with this this part of the community. Not too shabby. Although maybe the houses are wrong for the community, or I have to remove some trees to make it a little right for the community. But today we're going to address this mess. Yeah, that's right. We might find out what the answer of what the heck this is. Why is this mud pit here today? Or not. We'll see how far we get. But without further ado, let's dive in. So to begin addressing this mess of this part of the map, I want to get this exit done because I'm feeling before it's too late, we're going to need to get this rail line figured out. Because, yeah, and I think, maybe that should be a curve. I think this line should go here to here, and we might ditch this one and put that here. Something like that. And then just stretch this out so this kind of matches that part. And then we break the grid here where this is like, this gets broken a bit. And then we work on our neighborhood. So one thing I have done off camera, which I'm not the biggest fan of, is put in this little pocket of stuff. And then I moved our waste transfer from this side of the highway to this side of the highway. And then added this to start maybe filling in this place. And I have plans that I have not completely melted, baked, cooked in my head for this little quadrant. I am really anxious about this rail line and I need to get this done. So we're going to skip ahead and do a bit of this interchange exit and see you on the other side. Well, change of plans. Yeah. I destroyed it. That monstrosity was, well, a monstrosity. Yep. That's what I did. Okay, back to work. Well, that is that's putting detail in your city. I guess I had to test the squirt. Wow, they already put it out. And the guy just like vanished underground. Well, that was all of my entertainment. Well, it doesn't look like a monstrosity, but I don't know what I think about it yet. Don't worry, I'm going to put that back. That's just, I want to rewrite that node without node controller. Okay, so I decided that we needed a little bit of a brewery. And I relocated some signs from this, I guess it's the private warehouse turned lofts. Yeah. I had 2 signs there for Olympia beer. But I just moved them to this building. Parking lot is for employees and whatnots, and maybe there's a brewery tour. I did sneak in residential bricks, a lot of them, because, well, we need more of it. And then these don't actually have a function. They are procedural objects. If I'm wise enough to not do too much this week, you might have a time lapse for that, and you might have already watched it. But if anything proves to be true, I probably did too much and cut time lapses because all of the live play recording took more than an hour worth of time in Final Edit. Okay. So I want to build the office suite, office buildings that, you'd have your accountants, your formulaic people, executives, managers, HR, whatnot, IT, etc., etc. That's what I want to do here. And then I want to get these guys kind of situated, which is basically continuing this commercial here. Another grocery store. I need to get a sign for it, but that's what we're going to do. So let's dive in. Okay. So we're just going to move this out of the way temporarily. And these guys are hopefully going to become, I guess that's it, huh? I guess that's the brightest that gets. That's kind of a bummer. Let's think about this. I think I solved this mostly. I don't know if it needs to be this big, but I was thinking this building could have been a rebuilt bridge building between, say, these two that flank it. I don't know, something like that. Maybe not. I was gonna say I'm a fan of clipping buildings, but maybe this has to be clipped. Maybe we have to clip this, and maybe you know what? I always forget to turn on some stuff after I've restarted. Maybe I have to do that so I could remove some of those. Wow, that's actually part of the model. Can I go there? Maybe this won't be the bridge building. Huh. Yeah. Okay. Maybe this is the bridge building and we leave it like that. I was going to make this like the little shop. Like they added a shop for like beer. Like it's beer garden, Their tastings and whatnot. Something to that effect. And I was hoping that, I guess before we even do any of this, I should probably double check this. See if I can get it something like that. Maybe a little lighter. Dang. We'll be back in a second. Okay. Maybe this one will work. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe that. Maybe what I do I make that look, that kind of makes it, that roof looks bad. Well, if I keep that white like that roof looks bad with this coloring because it's also affecting the roof. Silly. So silly. Maybe this is, there. I don't mind that kind of hugs those posts. Could maybe make it a little bit more like that. A little even. We'll say it's adding structure. Yeah, that's the story. I'm a fan of clipping buildings. Clipping buildings is a good thing. Oh, wow. Well, that kind of sucks. But, you know what? We probably don't even need it. Okay, there's a back door there. Be right back. Okay. 18th time's the charm. This looks historic enough to suit my needs. I want it to kind of look like it might have been built roughly the same time. Maybe they made it a little bit more ornate because obviously that's what you no. That's what you do. I think maybe. I'm gonna warm this up a little bit. I don't want it to be cool. I want it to be kind of warm. Copy that. Did I just wreck that? I did just wreck it. We're gonna get these to match themselves, which it looks like they are, and then get them to match that. Cool. Okay. So maybe the theory or the story that I'm gonna stick to is that they built. Wow. How bad is this gonna be? Oh, that's a lot of nodes. Do I want to go through this struggle? I don't know. But what I can do is go through this struggle. Kind of. I want that, and I want that. Wait. Squish this like this. Shh, don't tell anybody. Oh, would you look at that? Huh. What about that? Of course. Of course. But what if we do this? Just enough to hide it. Just like so. Now it's not poking through. See? Look at us. Go us. Do, 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 do. Same thing because the building is symmetrical. Shh, don't tell anybody we did that. Okay, it'll be our secret. It'll be our secret. Okay. There we go. And one last thing. If you guys have not gotten familiar with your procedural objects, highly recommend that you do. I'm holding down the right mouse button to select all that stuff. Dunzos. Dunzos. I feel that's slightly too close. Maybe what they did is they took up the middle of this block. So we could use the node there for a crosswalk. See? Fancy. And this is another property. Although this could... I really want it there because I want buildings to be around this spot, which we'll hopefully address soon. And then the big mud pit. Which hopefully we'll address soon. I just want it to look good, you know, like as I take out a building. As I take out that building. But this could still be gift shop, beer garden. Some accessory parking. Property line. Okay, cool. Let's carry on. Right now we're working on like beer garden area. Pergola. Is that too much? Is that too little? Is that just right? This could be just right. I do dig that though. I did use it somewhere else. So one thing I do look. Okay, so they are in the same group. So it's not that I am using one that doesn't exist, or I don't have two that are just kind of, I guess, competing with space. Oh, but what we can do, and I am on a slight hill. Maybe that's exactly why they built it this way. And by they, I mean me, because I'm the one that's making it. Yeah. So they do their little taste testing, and people can come out here. What color is this sign? Yellow. It's probably a better yellow. Okay. If we carefully delete these, can put some of these guys here. Oop. Shh. Don't mind me. So you can have seating under there, and then, you know, people could talk around it, you know, stand around. Probably put some plants there. We'll make this kind of a little for... It's not necessarily just for people. Like, multiple people would sit on these guys. This would be for probably the younger crowd might sit easier for them to get in and out. Yeah, that's something I, you know, have in my in-laws. Not that they're old by any means, but, you know, it's things that you have to, you know, injuries, Someone who's had like a knee injury, back problems may not immediately want to sit in that stuff, which will obviously get different things. We have to consider accessibility. You can't pull up a wheelchair to these benches because you can't move the bench. We will have accessible areas here in a second, and that's important. You know, I don't think it was much thought was given to accessibility when, say, our grandparents were growing up. And now our population is, now a lot of it is getting older, and I think they're realizing the error of our ancestors' ways. It's important that you can maintain mobility as we age, but also we have to build in accessible ways. So we could use these. I don't know if I have anything that looks any better. These benches could move. In fact, you know what? Maybe I replace all those with these. Those benches are not attached. I mean, they look like they might be like anchored to the ground, but they don't have to be. And then someone who works here can take a bench away and store it. So my idea is eventually I'm going to put a fountain in the middle of this, which I'm putting this stuff kind of where I will put a fountain. I just want to get some symmetry. Not that symmetry is required. If someone was speccing this out, they would certainly have some sort of idea in terms of some symmetry, and then a nice big pathway, very, very open pathway. What you don't want is you don't want the pathway so tight that anybody who is serving in this little beer garden, I'm gonna just take these out to bump and spill. You want to minimize some of that risk. That is loss. I mean, you might be the manufacturer. You have to be placed roadside, really. You know, you might be the brewer brewing things, but that doesn't sheesh. Maybe too big. Delete. Okay, so it's just the sunlight. Got it. But accessibility, right? Like someone coming in and out with a serving tray of beer for people that are taste testing, people who are walking who went in and got their own. Which reminds me, maybe what we do is we take this. I wonder if we can get away with this. People who are walking in and out, you want space for that activity? That's right at the window. I mean, I could procedural objects it. Which umbrella? Do we use a square one or a round one? Or do we just default to green? I'm going to say that we want these that color. Get out of here. I feel like these are so low. What on earth? I don't know. Something happened. Something happened to some tool that is making everything, I don't know. Something between yesterday and today, Move It has freaked out. I'm okay with seeing the base there. And I don't think it's necessarily Move It. And according to the comments, which the comments are fairly old, something with prop snapping and adjusting your heights. Like I first noticed it, and I might have included it in a time lapse, trying to move the Olympia beer sign from the one building to the other. One, it snapped to the ground, and anytime I moved it, it always snapped back to the ground, and I couldn't move it up. I couldn't use page up to elevate the sign. I had to, I don't know how I did it, because I don't think I made it procedural object. Anyway, maybe I did. Oh no, I snapped it. I then told it to align the height with an air conditioner. And we'll add a little bit more trees, and then we'll do a time skip. One of those time skips. Sheesh. Who knew? Who knew that, skipping time was something you could do? I wonder. I wonder what this looks like. I need it small. I don't know what's going on here. Huh. Again, with the can't raise or lower things. I don't know. Something seems to have definitely changed between today and yesterday. I should not ever have to snap. I don't want snapping on ever. I want to be in charge. Me. I want to be in charge. I don't know if there's anything I can do with that other than take. And lately I've shrugged off a lot of responsibility. Not that I'm shrugging off responsibility. It's just that I generally don't want to be in charge. After saying I want to be in charge. I want to be in charge of that. I want to be in charge of that element. Not everything else. Maybe we push these out a bit. I need props. There. Okay, time to do a skip in time. So, in my ever-ending quest of optimizing the assets in which I have in the save game, I deleted something that was very important to this muddy field. Not all of it. I just deleted the rest of it. But I guess we'll have to solve this muddy field problem. I guess it's no longer going to be a muddy field. And to catch up with what I have done thus far, we made our little brewery. We made the offices that accompany said brewery with its little beer garden. Made this little park. Very simple. It's meant for larger gatherings. Finished this block, and I think I'm going to call this little section here the wedge, and maybe we'll have more entertainment type stuff. Oh, I need to put a sign on here. This is another store, another grocery-esque. I wonder if I could move this. I think I got distracted. We'll address that here in a second. Actually, let's just do it right now because I'm thinking about it and it's going to bug the crap out of you. I mean, me. It's going to bug the crap out of me because it's already bugging the crap out of me. I mean, at least that's slightly better. Cars can go that way now. This little strip mall with a crap ton of parking because all of those people are going to go to this strip mall all at the same time. I need to put lights in. Some restaurants, if you can call them that, and a derelict lot, which is prime real estate. I don't have a for sale sign. My thought, even though this looks like just, household trash, is that the building burnt down some time ago, and it just has become that over, I don't know, 5-10 years. Unfortunately, this also happens quite a bit. What really happened was I got tired of working with that actual corner because it's very extreme slope, even though it doesn't look like it. It's bad. Okay, let's solve this money problem. Did anybody guess this? I know Roxy guessed this. It should be about here-ish. But I probably need to lift the land. I was so silly. I deleted the pillars, the pylons that I had placed all throughout this to mark where it was before I placed it. That was arguably one of the dumbest things I've done. No, not really. I'm going to raise this. Oh, you know what? I bet you, yeah. Did I do one back here? I did. Okay. Now it's a muddy pit. Definitely a mud pit. Not what I wanted. I think that looks okay. So the question is, do I have it hug this a little bit? It should have some pretty wide sidewalks, in my opinion. After all, people are waiting in line to get in, etc., etc. So this is Colossal Field. You can get it on the workshop. I made it a PO. I made it a PO for my own private build that I did over the course of my time away. And I did it because I scaled it to be probably a little bit more proper size. This is probably one of the first assets on the workshop. And it shows because back then we couldn't really have a whole lot of space, or your limited was like 16 by 16, basically a 4. In fact, I probably have it. How do I not have it? Oh, it's right there. I scaled it. Now everyone's going to like it, and now they're going to hate me. Boo! That's okay. We'll stick an entertainment block inside here, and everybody will be okay. Now we just got to find the right one. We could do entertainment. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that it exists, but I don't think I have it because I don't have the DLC turned on, which is the campus DLC. Because, turning on the campus DLC without going through some other rigmarole adds 300 something buildings. Which, don't get me wrong, they're all great, but I want to be a little bit more choosy. Okay, so it's going to be entertainment. I would say that 150 would probably be appropriate, and probably a couple. That'll at least make people happy that this building is here. Now we have to do stuff all around it, so we're going to speed up time. Alrighty, the big mud pit that used to be there is no longer there. Much excite. Yeah, today might not be a good day for the world. You know what is amazing is that as I do these over a course of typically 3 days, and news gets yeah. So, yeah. Just for historical stuff, the Queen has got some health concerns, but if you know anything about the royal family, which I'm not definitely a watcher, but logistics kind of intrigue me. I don't want to say anything, but if you know anything of those plans, you might have already detected that some of it is already in the works, but we're going to let whatever news continues throughout the day to develop and celebrate this beautiful piece of architecture. So the big mud pit. Let me show you the view and why I picked it. Can you imagine the view if you were in this stadium down, say, about here? Look at that view. Can someone say very planned? This was a very planned out view. Yeah. It was definitely very planned. Yep. Definitely very, very planned. I originally first had this pattern cover all of this. And it definitely, still it looks like it's a bit much, but I split it, I broke it up some, and I got these 2 statues. I know that this sign says the legends. Maybe it's the legends for the team, but they're all different team. I wonder if I could get a different thing to put there. I was going to call them the horse riders. Whatever. This is the patio at the park. Or patio at the stadium, patio at the park, patio at the ballpark. It's you don't have tickets to get in, but you can come here and get some food and hang out in the festive activities. And, if someone hits it pretty hard, hits the ball pretty hard, it could leave the park. Yeah. The lights don't work because I made it procedural object, so I might have to make other lights, or we just never have a night game. Yeah. So with that, I will leave you guys with some cinematics after I adjust some trees. And I will see you guys. Whoops-a-daisy. I will see you guys, talk with you guys sometime next week. Right now, there's a current plan for an October 7th stream over at Twitch. Although Twitch seems to be going anti-streamer lately. Can't /host starting on the 3rd of October? I don't know what that's all about. But, yeah, so if you've stayed around for this long, you'll hear of that stream, and I hope to see you there. Hopefully everything runs smoothly. I'm working on some graphics and whatnot to support the stream. And, yeah, I'm going to leave you with some cinematics, and I'll see you next time. Stay awesome, stay amazing, and stay badass.